Before I start the video, I just want to let you know you can create a free account at the brand new memory training website. Link is down below. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the PEG system versus the memory palace. Abner, hopefully that's how you say your name, Abner left me a comment asking why do people pick a memory palace over a PEG system? With the memory palace, you have to create all these different locations, then you have to learn the locations. With the PEG system, you have to create all these images for like numbers, and all you have to do is create more numbers, more images, and then your PEG system expands. But you can also use like a simple system, alphabet system, connect things to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on. You can use those letters as a PEG. Well, here's the thing, and it might surprise you, a memory palace is a PEG system, okay? A PEG system is not something that's completely different from a memory palace. A memory palace falls into the category of a PEG system. So why is that? Well, let's look. I'm going through this palace. So it's bunk bed, second location. Third location is going to be this bathroom. So when I actually memorize information, what am I doing? I'm connecting the information to that specific location. Well, with the PEG system, like a number system, what do? So let's say right here, one sun, okay? And I'm trying to memorize purple beanbag. So if I want to memorize this using the PEG system in regards to the number system, I would, I don't know, I see the sun burning up this beanbag and all those like small little bee things are going everywhere. So I had my PEG, right, which is sun, and then I'm attaching the information, purple beanbag, with that little story. The sun burning up this purple beanbag and all those little ball things are everywhere, right? So there, that's a PEG system. But let's say I want to memorize, okay, I'm not going to use purple beanbag for a purple beanbag, but milk. I picture myself pouring milk over this beanbag, okay? And then the second location, maybe it's like eggs. I see myself egging this bunk bed. So I'm attaching the information to the location, to the PEG. So there's not really a difference in terms of they're like completely separate concepts or ideas. A memory palace is a PEG system. But what Abner was saying about, oh, you have to create the locations or you have to create just more numbers for a bigger PEG system. Here's the thing, okay? So the main difference between like a PEG system with regards to a number system, alphabet system, is that if you want to expand your number system, it's not going to be that easy because you have to create maybe a new code in order to incorporate those new numbers. So for me, I have a system from 00 to 99, okay? A double digit system. So if I want to expand that to 100, 101, well, my code only works for 00 to 99, okay? So that's a lot of work to try to create a brand new code that's going to work for everything else, all three digits. I know if you're using something like the major system, it might be a little bit easier to create something on the spot. But for me, if I had to, expand my system, now I have an issue because I have to figure out what the code's going to be. But look, with the memory palace, oh, you can tell right here, I have all these palaces. So if I have a database of palaces, a stockpile, I can just go to the next memory palace when I want to memorize new information. Oh, I'm done here. Let me go to the next one. Done here. Let me go to the next one. So for me, when I create a new memory palace, if I go through it one time, I usually have it down. I do a quick review just to make sure, and if I mess up, I go back through it. I revise it. And so for me personally, it's easier to create a memory palace than try to expand my 2-digit system to a 3-digit system. Even with the alphabet system, think about it. You have A, B, you have A through Z, so what's next? You're going to have AA, AB, AC, AD. Start doing that, and then create an image for that. And so it's a lot more work. But let's say you want to use the same PEG system to memorize something. Well, okay, let's look right here. So one sun, I'm going to have balcony, right? Okay, I might think of a falcon eating a sun. So the next thing, oh, and now wait. Okay, so I have this falcon eating the sun. Maybe the sun starts tossing weights at the falcon. And so what I have to do if I'm using just this number for a PEG, because I want to memorize multiple sets of information, everything is going to start adding on to this big long story for the sun PEG, right? But with a memory palace, oh, let me memorize everything here. Got it. Boom. Go to the next one. I don't have to worry about any of the images for the other information, for all the different sets of information. It's completely separate, right? There's no chance of mixing things up, or say I want to, reuse my peg system, I might run into ghost images, right? Old sets of information, their images are still attached to this peg. Well, with the memory palace, if I have enough, I would never have that issue because I keep going to a new one, going to a new one. And even if that was the case, I was limited, I could cycle through my memory palaces. If I have a number peg system, I guess the number system is exactly a peg system, just like that, you could turn it into a peg system. And I use all 100 of my images for my number system. I just have to wait. There is nothing I could do in order to like cycle through to another number system because I don't have 2 number systems, 3 number systems. I just have 1 number system that's a peg system. And so when I try to switch, try to memorize something else again, either I have to wait completely till it's gone or run the risk that maybe those ghost images might interfere with the new information. So for me personally, I'm a fan of a memory palace because they're faster to create. I usually have it down in one go. And you can have the stockpile. I can have 20 right here. I have 25 different memory palaces here. Okay? But I can't have 25 different number systems. You can see when I'm saying that the peg system for a number system or alphabet system doesn't scale as nicely as memory palaces do. Because you could keep creating different memory palaces, going to different locations, using them games, movies, whatever it may be. They're more available to you, but creating new number system from scratch or using the same code, but trying to have like 2 images for like number 1, it starts to get like a little bit more complicated. So Abner and everyone else, I think this is the reason why people like using memory palaces over peg systems. It's not that they don't use peg systems, because a memory palace is a peg system, but in the way that you're thinking, like these other systems you have that could be potential pegs, it's just so much more work to get that to expand into thousands and thousands of pegs, right? When you can just use a memory palace, for however much information you need to memorize at a specific time, and have all these other palaces in the back, just in case you need more palaces, or just in case you want to start cycling through them. It's just a lot easier to use memory palaces because they're easier to create compared to a number system or an alphabet system or a symbol system, So that is my take on it. I would love to hear what you think about it. Are peg systems like number system, alphabet system, is there something we're missing? Or is it just that there's just a limit on what they could do because the number system is based on something else like a code of some sort, right? But a memory palace isn't based on anything, right? You're just at a location, boom, and you start creating a location that you like, and that's what you memorize. So you're able to use that to connect other information to it. That's it, right? There's nothing I needed before creating this palace. All I had to do was just jump in it, and boom, I'm creating something right away. I didn't have to do any okay, what's going to be the first letter for a double-digit system? Okay, how am I going to do the second number? So, all that complicated work. But that is that's my take on it all. So leave your comments down below so I can hear what you're thinking. But hopefully this has shed some light on peg systems and memory palace, because a memory palace is a peg system.